Growing up, there was one game that had a chokehold on my childhood. And if you are also Asian, you've probably played it too. I'm talking about none other than MapleStory. MapleStory is a free-to-play 2D MMORPG. It was released back in 2003 by the publisher Nexon. Players can choose from over 40 classes, ranging from your traditional ones such as a mage, warrior, archer, and rogue, to even a cute little pink monster. Its longevity can be attributed to its social aspect. Players can join guilds and alliances where they can connect with others to socialize or find bossing parties to take on late-game bosses. This is where I've also met some of my friends and have had great memories staying up late in Discord just having fun together. So, when I heard that there was a MapleStory world in Korea while I was there, I had to go. In collaboration with Nexon, Lotte World transformed the east of its magic island to the new Maple Island. They currently have an event running from March 14th to June 14th, but no worries if you can't come during that time because a new Maple Island area is here to stay permanently. You also don't need a special ticket or reservation to enter. All you need is your regular admission ticket. Me and my friend had one goal during this trip, and it was just to get merch. I've been seeing so many merch videos online, and it actually looked like it's pretty good quality and also very cute. So after being starved for good maple merch in America, my friend and I were basically feral for these cute plushies. So without further ado, here's a tour of Maple Island. To enter Maple Island, you go through the regular entrance of Lotte World. They decorated the outside of Lotte World with posters of Maple Island during this time. Once you stepped inside, all you really saw was Lotte World's usual mascots of Lottie and Lori. I know, real original names. There are also not chipmunks, which is what I first thought when I saw them, but they're actually 2 raccoons. We went 20 minutes before opening on a random Tuesday and thought there wouldn't be lines since kids were still in school. There was a line of people as you can see, but apparently Lotte World always has around this many people waiting to get in right at opening. Once the doors did open, it was pretty fast to get in. It took us around 3 minutes, thank you Korean efficiency, to actually get into the park. The crazy thing is, once people get in, they run? We were so confused thinking they were running to Maple Island to buy merch, and for us whose sole goal is to only get merch, we also started running. Except, we got lost. Lotte World is majority in a building and a little outside, with the inside portion spanning across 4 floors. So after asking a kind employee how to get to Maple Island, they pointed us to the escalator that would lead us outside. And oh my god, it's so freaking cute! At the entrance of Maple Island, there's a blinking pink beam gate that would lead you to the bridge to the rest of the island. The bridge had cutouts of iconic areas in Hennessy's, which is one of the main cities where players can choose to become an archer. Some of the scenes were Mush Mom's house, Golem Temple, and Pig Beach. It also featured some familiar NPCs such as Athena Pierce, the bowman instructor, Camilla, and Chief Stan. Across the bridge is where Maple Island truly comes to life. MapleStory music was blasting from the speakers, and there was decor featuring some of MapleStory's signature mobs like the Yeti, Pink Bean, Slime, Mushroom, and Stone Spirit. There are 4 MapleStory rides in total. Stone Express, Arcana Ride, and EOS Towers are new additions, and they also had a reskin version of the Gyro Spin, which now features Pink Bean. In the end, we actually didn't end up going on any of the rides, but they all look like your standard theme park rides, but they're just so freaking cute instead. This is also when we realized people weren't actually running to get to the merch store, they were running to get into lines for the rides. And most of these rides already had a wait, and it was literally only 10 minutes after opening. So into the merch store we go. It was near EOS Tower and was themed after Ludibrium, the city of toys. Which is fitting because the inside was filled with toys. Ever wanted your favorite monster in plush form? Here you go. How about a light stick to bring to K-pop concerts? Of course. What about a Tamagotchi-esque keyring? Sure, why not? There were also pins of the rides or of Maple Island in general, keychains featuring MapleStory's signature mobs, and this creepy NPC, and even a blind box where you can collect different types of pink beans. They also had 2 different types of this soft hoodie blanket, a pink bean water bottle for sale, and reusable bags which we needed to buy to carry our very large and expensive haul. Oops. Lotte World is also known for their wide variety of headbands to wear while you're at the park. So instead of Mickey Mouse ears, think animals such as Lottie and Lori from before. Maple Island is no different in that you could get headbands featuring a ribbon pig, pink teddy bear, or even a quest icon above your head. Or, if that wasn't to your fancy, you could get a mushroom hat, Yeti bucket hat, or a sand bunny or pink bean cap. And if that wasn't to your fancy, you could buy these red or blue snail hairpins, or the iconic Max Damage or Miss hairpin instead. For those that want more practical merch, they had 2 different pens and a collection of memo pads featuring Tobin and some mobs. You might be asking, who's Tobin? Tobin is a reoccurring NPC and the mascot of special training events who is known for his default hair and eyes. And guess what? You can buy him! The employees also wore an NPC uniform that features the quest icon and the MapleStory pixelated leaf, which was a really nice touch. The store also had these cute statues of the brown and pink teddy bears from Ludibrium. But by far, my favorite things had to be this evil eye where their tails could actually come off, which is canonically correct in-game. And I also love this big snail pencil holder. I actually didn't get any footage of the snail in the store, but here's me happily posing with it later. Now that we had our one goal accomplished, we spent the rest of our time exploring Maple Island. Near the bridge, there was a path leading to the secret Agit. In Korean, Agit translates to a secret hideout, frequent hangout spot, or cozy gathering place. If you do go up the path, there's tons of cute decorations of the mobs just having a good time. These guys are in front of Alinia's, I guess, tree ledges? You know, the little platforms that you stand on when you actually go inside of the trees? OGs will know what I'm talking about. And at the top of the stairs, you enter the portal to the hideaway that features some custom MapleStory arcade games. My favorite was this teddy bear game where you had to press the right or left button depending on which teddy bear you got. There was also a lot of neon decor and a place to add your wishes or greetings. Some people drew their favorite mobs and left funny messages. And you know what? I guess it was more of a secret hideaway than I thought because there was barely anyone inside. To leave the secret Agit, you went down the staircase that had more MapleStory decor. It leads you to a landing where it has some themed rooms. This one seems to be a hideout for the mobs. I have no idea what this board means, but maybe it's an Easter egg for an upcoming event in the autumn? There was another room that featured some MapleStory items on pedestals such as the level up potion, power elixir, and of course, the famous Meso coin, aka the currency of MapleStory. Once we left those hideouts, we thought we were done. But surprise! There's more merch. Rather than a MapleStory exclusive store, this is one of the general merch stores on the island. Some of the new merch available here are these inflatable fish and maple swords that kids can use to swing around. They also had a blind box for pins, and even an LED mood lamp featuring Grendel's house in Alenia. They also had these pop-up stools that are quite popular in Korea. They also had sticker packs and some different key rings. They had some other merch like this Meso coin bag, but it was already sold out by the time we got there. But the most exciting development was these MapleStory gachapons. There were 5 different sets to choose from. You could choose to get a keycap, a classic pet pin, acrylic mob cards or a skill, or a face pin. I chose to get the face pin, and after some excruciatingly long time to peel the packaging off, I got the 도발적인 아잉 얼굴, which translates to a provocative 아잉, which means cute, face. And you would think that's it. But remember how we ran outside to get to the merch store? Well, there's a whole inside we need to show. There are MapleStory banners and cutouts everywhere, and even a huge promotional screen of Maple Island. There's also various photo taking spots throughout the park, both inside and outside. My friend and I also stopped by the MapleStory photo booth to get a commemorative photo strip. There's 2 different options to choose from, and we ended up choosing the ludibrium decoration as it reminded us of the outdoor area. But the biggest attraction is this huge cylinder where you could drop in your own character. Basically, you scan a QR code that will give you some options of clothing either based on a photo of what you're actually wearing, or it'll randomly just give you some themes. You couldn't really choose these themes, so I'm guessing that they're just random. For those of you who aren't familiar, MapleStory is big on fashion and dressing up your character. Of course, it's just cosmetics and costs you real money, but all serious players know that Fashion Story is truly the endgame of MapleStory. So, after dressing up my character and giving it a custom name, you scan your code and oh my god, it appears so fast. It was fun watching everyone's characters in their own styles drop in. Your character also stays for quite a bit in the tree, so you can watch it walk around and interact with some of the other characters. This area was also so well decorated and just made you really in the MapleStory mood, even if one of the mesos won't spin. There's also a much smaller merch store on this main level, but I recommend going outside for the bigger, more stocked main store. We had so much fun at Lotte World and Maple Island. Having the game music in the background while walking around and seeing so many nostalgic scenes really made this experience truly special. While neither my friend nor I play the game anymore, it was such a big part of our lives growing up, and I'm super thankful that we could visit this during our trip to Korea. I definitely spent way too much money here, but hey, when in Maple Island, you gotta do what the Maplers do. And in-game, that means spending billions of meso on your gear. At least here, my gear won't blow up.